back with more Phoenix Wright is the attorney. Yay! Ooh. I don't really remember what happened last time. I don't know what happened, but we're gonna find out. I think we're in a trial. We're about to start the next part of the trial, so let's just get to it, I guess. Uh-oh, did I freeze? I think I'm okay. Nick? Yeah? Do you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me? What? No way. They look totally different. Yeah, why? I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And then you look at me, and well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. Top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Good morning. Two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother is coming to show her support. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls. Yes, Mr. Nick? Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today, too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. Can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Pearly, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I do it. Do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later, then. I'll leave you to your alone time. What? Whew, thank goodness. Nick? This way. Pearls won't be able to see today's trial. What do you mean? What's going on? I don't know. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix Wright, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish. You foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. Glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Fey. It's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling room, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been found. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. What? But, Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not a defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant.
It was me!
Shoot, I can't remember. All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that this is when she dropped this key. Can you sustain your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia, she seems really torn by this. Witness, name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium in a manner of speaking. I'm sorry, but what do you mean, in a manner of speaking? I don't think anyone really cares. Now that after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct.
Why are you yawning so much?
We performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... Yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. Hold on.
What?
I'm back. Uh-oh. But what? Oh, everything's fine. And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Order, order, order. Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just ups the ante on this child? What? Maya's escape. After we heard gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck,
And I paid her for a short while.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Oh, I had to sneeze. Excuse me. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Oh, God. This will press. Just now you said those two. Who are the two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lada's not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I can already see people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fey? I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Oh, wait. Oh! I didn't mean to press that. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. This strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Question that further. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What, pray tell, did she... Oh! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. I needed to press this one. Just accidentally skipped it. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as to call the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Excuse me. Yes, that is a very good point. At the time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, madam? Oh, it is nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Faye. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her, and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue. Okay, we did that one. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically... Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However... You fainted. Became dizzy and collapsed to the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on the point for us. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. It's true that the witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. That's enough. From what I could tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And for what she had said, can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly what you should... Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escape has done has... What the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone. Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Innie Minnie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Innie Minnie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, Innie Minnie. I'm, researching, parapsychology stuff at the, university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. And I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Minnie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is that correct? Well, I guess. If that's the case, then let us hear your testimony. That is a right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. Okay. When the channeling chamber started, I was, sleeping in the side room. A little later, someone came into the room, really suddenly. I was oh my god, totally my sister. I, hadn't seen her in, so long. I was so happy in, a sad way. My sister, she, told me something, totally terrible. Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes. Minnie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness. Yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course. Mrs. Minnie, please. My sister, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Wait, is this again? I was drugged with sleeping pills. I have no idea. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Any? She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence in the testimony testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like those... It certainly seems like all those loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just a huge lie?
I feel like it.
Ria, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind the tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll take this more entertaining than last. Oh God. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were some sesame seeds in the lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that it was going to be it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Do you know the time? Maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, my stomach is totally ready for, food. No, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. I meant, what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so, that's what you meant? You should have been more, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. It's really... That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, what was I talking about again? Never mind. Witness, about this person who entered the side room. It was oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? I don't know. I mean, I totally don't know why your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Minnie? I hadn't seen her in a long time. You were happy in a sad way. Yeah, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But maybe if I was oh, who did it? Oh, about the occult. But I know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, what she said. I should drop this line of questioning. Should I? So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. There wasn't any reason for me to, think anything was strange. But... Ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase, objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. It's a question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really important? Maybe? It is very important. Although I haven't quite figured out what it is. But I gotta bluff for now, make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm like totally cool with that. So there was nothing odd at all about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was like weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Can I, like, go on? Something terrible. What was this thing she told you? Huh? Like, didn't I just, like, tell you about it? Did you forget, like, did you, like, forget already? A foolish fool with a foolish sieve, for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Well, excuse me, princess. Anyway, should I ask to hear the story again? Let's hear it again. I'm sorry, but could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, no problem. I'll even, like, tell it all spooky-like for you. It was no accident. Drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. But I took my revenge. Only fair. Like, how was that? It was a little scary. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I like put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something I can use, but where? She really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly, one step at a time. She's bound to slip up somewhere. Don't give up. But don't get careless, okay? Remember, calm and collected. The photo, maybe? Because didn't she have blood all over herself? Oh shoot, I have to figure out what... Oof. That one. Here. That was a very well spun lie, Miss Annie. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now? Are we, Phoenix, Wright? Miss May I remind you what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Miss Minnie, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order! Order! Miss Minnie, what is the meaning of this? I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. Wait, is this actually... Wait, is this actually, like, Mimi? And maybe Annie died? Because, like, wasn't her face, like, reconstructed? I can't believe this just came to my brain. Wasn't her face, like, reconstructed, like, to, like, fit what they found, like, in the ID? So they could have, like, confused her. For, like... They could have assumed that that was Annie. I guess. That'd be wild. That would be so wild. If I called that, that would be wild. And what are you stammering about, Your Honor? Well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, like, didn't mean to snap. Now hurry up with the testimony. If you please. The judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. What? Yes, I see. Now I see. You've given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't push your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless cause, witness. You may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Get me out of here. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. Oh, wait. I thought it was, like, continue. I always do that. I need water, though. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at that time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. Oh, wait. I keep doing it. Press this. How was your sister, Miss Minnie, like, at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. Like, she said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me, too. Like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? You're like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot! Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement, we'll end the trial. I know. I have to give it another shot. Doesn't matter how many times we listen, we can't give up. I didn't mean to do that. wait! That was the last one. God dang it. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge to Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd feel a lot better, too. Mr. Phoenix Wright, the sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And like Miss Borkin was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Minnie? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, what do you mean? When you... Ooh... Let me save. When you were going to the crime scene, when you arrived at the crime scene. When we arrived? Let's do that first. Talk about when you arrived at the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. What should I do? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What if I put too much faith in his ability to do anything with that brain? It's no good. Can't find anything wrong. Okay, that was the wrong answer then. Maybe on your way then. Tell when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Nothing strange. Press? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I like totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Maybe? That's because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Vinny, if you will please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember. Like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. Guess it really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never a dead end, Phoenix. It's no good, I can't find anything wrong. Phoenix, the judge... Oh, he's the same. Okay, I think I present a person. Maybe Pearl? Because Pearl is trying to fix the thing. Yes! Okay. Yes. You said that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that's impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say to that?
What the heck?
Ah! As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. What sort of foolish... There is no way someone walking along the Mending Way could not have noticed Pearl. Did I open that? Oh, I'm presenting something. Am I... Oops, silly me. Slip of the finger. I don't really know what I'm answering. Oh, this is the wrong piece of evidence. Alright. I guess, this urn is my proof. An old cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove? You know why it's cracked? Because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn. Yo! Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? This urn was unspoken around the time of the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the Wending Way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the Wending Way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you're legally blind. I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Minnie. You're a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. Oops. So, Miss Minnie, tell us our truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, well. There's no way! Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. I'd say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Help me, Pia! Let me save. She could not have been sleeping? Is it in the evidence? I don't think I have anything specific. Turn her testimony just now. Her testimony? Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? Oh, shoot! I forgot she said that. It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? What does that, like, have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I conceded that Miss Fey was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. To be honest, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the Winding Way. But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the Winding Way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah! The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Innie Minnie. So now it's time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber the whole time. Miss Minnie was here, of course. What? But that's... the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Minnie was at the scene of the crime. Order, that's... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Oh, yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Innie Minnie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, Slimeball. Now, Miss Minnie. One so young as you shouldn't be saying... Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding the folding screen with the help of this. The box!
Why is she spinning her hat like that?
Miss Minnie. How you were able to hide yourself at the crime scene, at the scene of the crime, is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. That tiny little box? No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lana disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright? Do you think you could prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, I can. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. The bullet hole?
Do I present the box again?
Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if it's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This? What on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole. About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen. I had a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet of the pistol hit the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Minnie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order, order. So what you were saying is... Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Innie Minnie? That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Innie Minnie, you're hiding inside this clothing box all along. You wore Medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey. She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No. Stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the crime scene. It's not possible for one person to do it all by herself. Correct. Correct. It really is impossible. For one person to do it all the preparations, that is. Ow! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Ms. Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. Oops. Oh, I'm presenting. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. This person. If it wasn't someone from the Korean village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. If it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Minnie? Grr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Do you deny it? Oops. I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Oh, he shot back. Dr. Gray was actually not dead yet. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. That's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shot, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Miss Minnie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Yeah. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Huh. Ah. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this? Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Huh? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Anemone want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is your motive?
It's so obvious.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive. That's... Can't say she has no motive here.
I think... Oh, no.
What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead?
The article?
Oh wait, it's patience. This. Huh. Just as I thought. You bored me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
What?
How's she even calling me my real name? You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because though that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing. What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, going to explain, so, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, wanted revenge, then, I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, the guy who thought of the spirit thing was, Dr. Gray. It was, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know?
Yeah, coincidence. She's back. She's back to her airhead persona.
However you see. Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Minnie has stated was very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated. She has no motive in the first place.
What? That makes no sense.
Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many thoughts, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. What happened? I thought I had her for sure. So, it's just as I, told you. I'll be like your slice of humble pie. Very well, I will now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Anemone.
What? Just like that?
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia?
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please.
If you want to say something...
If you want to say that you can prove Miss Minnie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim this way?
Can you provide the reason? Can I? Yes. Yeah. I guess so. I was gonna try to save.
I'm not really confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
Let me just... I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but...
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Hahaha, too bad. You're too late. Our cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Avant Karma only cares about the perfect twin. As long as you have the will to fight, I won't knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we can reconvene. Uh-oh. Okay.